and it shows his humanity. We're going to, I don't want to go too much farther here because I want us to, next time we're together, so that Jesus had to come. I want us to put a peg here because I want us to pick up at Hebrews 5:7 next week. We're going to back up a little bit and talk some more about his humanity because that's important. Jesus had to take upon himself flesh. Why did he have to come? He came to die. Deity could not die. Man cannot kill God. We needed a perfect sacrifice. Someone would have to die. But it would have to be someone who could satisfy the wrath of God. It would have to be someone whose blood would be efficacious enough, or efficacious in general, by the nature of the word, someone whose blood would meet the requirements of deity. The blood of animals doesn't do it. If every human being who ever sinned were to die, wouldn't satisfy the wrath of God, plus it wouldn't help us. You die, how are you going to be able to have life? If you die physically. You know, God has not asked us to offer ourselves physically on the altar. The only time that God asked anyone to offer their son, he stopped him. When he got ready, when Abraham got ready to slay his son, the angel of the Lord, Jehovah, said, "Oh, stop, don't you do that. I prepared for you. Go get that lamb out of the thicket. Don't you do that." God just wanted to make sure that he was willing to follow through on whatever God had commanded. But God had already prepared. Just as God has prepared for us before the foundation of the world, the perfect sacrifice in the one Jesus of Nazareth. Now he asks us to die, but we are to die to self, we're to die to sin. That is to separate ourselves from that condition. As I've said each and every week, keep this in mind. God cannot do that which is inconsistent with his nature. God is holy. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 3, as the prophet Isaiah, if I said Hosea, Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 3. Because I think I said Hosea. And if I said Hosea, then I need to be corrected. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 3. God is holy. As the prophet Isaiah was there and he looked upon deity, holy, holy, holy. God is holy. And because of his holiness, he has worked this plan for our redemption. It is the perfect plan of God. No miscues, no missteps, no hiccups. And we're so thankful for God for sending his son. As Paul said in 1 Timothy chapter 3, and without controversy. Great is the mystery of godliness. He who was manifested in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached among the nations, believed on in the world, received up in glory. That's what we need to do, as we said this morning. We have to go and preach this word about the Christ. Salvation is found only in him, Romans 1 verse 16. That's God's plan for our redemption, the risen Christ. He is not in the grave. He has been raised. He is at the right hand of the Father. As we continue in our study looking at that, we're going to see that Christ is at the right hand, reigning in heaven now. If you're with us this evening and you've never obeyed the gospel, we would plead with you to obey. If you're a child of God and you need to rededicate your life, we'll pray with you and pray for you. Brother Lyle's going to lead us in a song.